Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. The Little Prince has come to Broadway for a limited engagement, and we're here at the Broadway Theatre to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company.
Try to be happy.
About to make your Broadway debuts in The Little Prince. Like, how excited are you? Like, what's going through your mind?
It's crazy, especially we started the rehearsal in Marseille, then we went touring in Australia, then we did also more rehearsal in Dubai. It's insane, like the whole journey that we've been through to finally arrive here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, when we did the Sydney Opera House, we were like, okay, what's next? Nothing is better than that. And then they're like, okay, you might do 5 months in Broadway. And we're like, okay, that's pretty amazing and incredible.
Ce spectacle, il est.
It's so full of like poems and dreams and incredible things, and he just loves being a part of it.
We went through the pandemic with The Little Prince. That's the magic of the show.
I arrived after the pandemic, so it's good to be here.
Yeah, because the show is like 3 years old. He was born 3 years old, and there is a new team, and there is some old people.
He is old people.
No, I mean I'm here since the creation, but I'm not old. I'm 25 like you.
Yeah.
very touched, very a huge emotion to bring the Little Prince in this theater on Broadway, and we are very honored.
Yeah, sure. We are so excited, somewhere so surprised also, because we didn't plan such a gift like that. And at the same time, we are, as Anne said, we are honored and touched, because Saint-Exupéry wrote the book in New York, and we are here, and the connection is fantastic. And 2 months ago, the original manuscript is in New York Museum, came to Paris. Well, this, our 2 planes are crossing, and this is it's more than amazing. It's fantastic. It's
certain things are meant to be when they're meant to be. I mean, this is the 80th anniversary of the book. This April, you're bringing it to Broadway, where it was, New York, where it was written. The manuscript was at the Morgan Library, and now it's moved over to France. I mean, it's everything's. It's like a perfect synergy, wouldn't you think?
Yes, it's the star aligns. Yeah. Let's say.
Say that in English. Say that in French. When the stars are aligned in the sky. It's exactly that.
Do you remember how you felt that first performance on Broadway here when you took your bow?
For me, I got shivers when the rose petals were falling. I was like, "Is this actually happening?" It's beautiful. And I said this earlier, that obviously COVID hit so heavy. I mean, I was a bit luckier in Australia. We were kind of a bit of a haven, but yeah, it's to come back on top after such a bashing. I think it's something that we're all so grateful for.
It was actually COVID hit the world when we just created the show. We did our second or third performance in Dubai Opera, and that was March 2020, and that was the time when everything was shut down. So we are happy to come back. Happy to be in Australia last year.
You're now here on Broadway.
Now really happy to be here.
I feel proud of myself, but it was like dreams always. Everybody wants to perform in Broadway, and finally we are here in this situation, so we are lucky to have you
Good morning. Why have you just put out your lamp? Orders? What orders are those? To put out my sweet lamp. Good evening. Why have you just lit your lamp again? Orders! I do not understand. There is nothing to understand. Orders are orders. Good morning. Good evening. that the planet revolves once a minute. I don't have an instant's rest. I light my lamp and turn it out once every minute. Good morning. That's funny. Your days here are 1 minute long. It is not funny at all. You and I have already been talking to each other for a month. A month? Yes! 30 minutes! 30 days! Good evening! Good morning! 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 Bonsoir!
What have you enjoyed the most about working on The Little Prince?
What I enjoy the most is working with Anne, I think, because she gives me a lot of opportunities, and just the show in general is there's a lot of crazy stuff in there. There's acting, there's dance, there's acrobatics, there's aerial, and that's all I wanted in my life as an artist. So yeah.
Yeah, all cast, all the production team, like all the director, Chris, the narrator, like the atmosphere that we have here. It's really really excited, and it's a big thing for every single artist. So we are very excited to be here.
Personally, it just has been the process from Marseille to Sydney to Dubai to Broadway. It's just the whole traveling experience plus the rehearsal process that happened in all these different locations. How blessed we are again to be a part of this company and show the Little Prince everywhere throughout the world.
For me, I will say the stories, because the Little Prince, obviously everybody knows the stories, let's say child stories, and also the notion of friendship and loyalty in the show. It's all for me.
It's completely surreal to be here. It just seems so wonderful, and we never dreamed when we started about 5 years ago with this project that we would land here. It's been a trip.
I'm so excited to be in Broadway with The Little Prince. It's a dream, and now it came true 80 years after my uncle wrote this book in New York. So it's really meaningful for us.
I always say there's perfect timing for everything. I know we all lived through the pandemic, but now it's 80 years since the book was written this April. That must mean the world to you that it's finally here now at this time.
Yeah, and 3 years after the beginning of this awful pandemic of COVID, it's good to share together this fantastic show and this inspired by The Little Prince, and share the value of the book and enjoy the show together. It's a great show. I really recommend to all the fans of The Little Prince to come and watch it. They will like it.